Good evening.
What's that?
Hi. Well, hello. You're now listening to the Black Bougie Broads featuring Kevin B. Happy Friday night. We
Yo,
made it, y'all.
what?
We made it. Mm-hmm.
Barely.
Right.
It's been a
We here
week.
though.
It's been
It's
a
been a
hell of
week.
a week,
It's been a week. But
but we
before we
here.
get into it, we have Kodak Kev.
What's up?
We have Jay, Miss J.
Hey y'all.
And we have B the Rich Uncle.
What it do?
All right. So listen, this topic has been extremely popular in our group chat. Brandon was like, listen, it's some things I want to talk about. And I said, okay. Because I was like, I gotta be so careful. This one is a landmine for me. So I'm gonna let Brandon kick it off.
Oh, you're
Mhm.
pivoting to me.
I
Okay.
am.
All
Yes,
right.
I am.
So I'm stepping on toes, all of them. So a couple of weeks ago, we were out for
Oh,
homecoming.
and not what you using my example. I need
I
you to
mean, no,
use
no, no.
your
I can
example.
use my own too, but this is a
Oh,
perfect
Jesus.
example, which is why we wanted to introduce this anyway. But have you ever been stood up for any kind of situation, meaning whether it be a date, whether it be meeting up with a friend, or just hey, we supposed to be meeting at the grocery store? Like, what happened? You said you'd be here at 9 o'clock. It's 10:30. What's up? You don't get the call, you don't get the text, you don't get a I'm running late, you don't even get a negative response. Hey, I'm not coming at all. You get nothing. How do you move forward?
Nothing.
Huh?
I said not nothing.
Right. How do you move forward in a situation like that? And do you move forward at all? Whether it be a friend or a date. I mean, some circumstances are excusable, but I also believe that communication is pivotal as well, especially at our big age. We're not 22, we're not 32. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we dealing with? And I'm a proponent to believe that you make time for what you want, and time is precious. So
Mm-hmm.
if you don't value my time, then what are you saying? That speaks
And
volume.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I will give you that. So you put a question out on the floor. Has anybody ever been stood up? I mean, like not just in the dating world, but just in general. And
Mhm.
Brandon, you were so
Mm-hmm.
passionate about it. I didn't know if you
Absolutely.
I didn't know if you had like a recent story. Like for me, I feel like I gotta pick and choose
Uh, a
because we
recent
have
story would be, when you're beginning to date and show interest in somebody, and the response is like you have a good date, first initial date, and so on and so forth, and it's like then the responses of the text communication starts dwindling. Does that then mean that there's a lack of interest, or does that mean that given the circumstances that are going on in the world today, do you give people grace? I mean, people have kids, they have lives, they have schedules. We're no longer teleworking, or some people aren't even working at all, and you're still trying to have a life. Like,
I
how
feel
do
like
you?
you just aiming a gun at me tonight.
No, no,
Right.
it's not at you. I mean, as far as I know, both of us are government workers, so it is what it is. Like, let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? So, like,
I'll open it. Johnny's is in a very beautiful, healthy marriage. So I would love to hear how she's been stood up. And Kevin, if this has ever happened to them, be it friends, family, boo.
right.
Because I probably have quite a few stories, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody goes through some situation, and I mean, they're like on a per case basis. Like life happens. I mean, the most probably I don't. It doesn't happen often, but the one that comes to my mind is I remember at one point I was supposed to be going to a concert with a family member of mine, and I had bought the tickets and everything because the concert was here and this family member doesn't live here. And then on the day of the concert, they something happened and they couldn't make it.
But
So
did they communicate that, or they just didn't respond, didn't text, didn't show up? Like, how was that communicated to you?
I feel like I don't feel like I heard anything until either right before or right after the concert. But
Mm.
it to me it didn't make a difference. Like I had to scramble at the last minute to find somebody who wanted to go. I did find somebody who wanted to go, and I still went.
Well,
But
good for you.
yeah, I
Right.
wasn't gonna not go, but
But you know what I just thought about too, Kevin? I think sometimes when you know you're gonna disappoint someone, you know you're gonna like not make it. Sometimes it's hard to make that call. Like I'm not that type of person. Like I'm gonna try. If I say I'm gonna come, I'm gonna show up, even if I got a dang on make it happen. Like things happen in life. If I say I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there. Like there's not too many things that I don't show up for if I say I'm gonna be there.
Right.
But I think sometimes it is some pressure and some anxiety that might come with having to confront someone saying that I'm not gonna show up, that some people
They shy
they're
away
not
from it.
strong enough to like just deal with it. They think it just like goes away and then maybe they'll try to make it up another time. But I think there is something there when people have a hard time just communicating that.
But
Dang.
then, like, how does that show up in your like
hmm
relationship or friendships?
Right.
Like, how do you pivot from that when you have a
I
person who doesn't know how to communicate or be?
hmm
You should be able to disappoint people and stand on there and say,
Right.
"Hey, I can't make it,"
Right.
or "Can we reschedule or rain check this for another time?"
Right. Well, we
Does that
all
make you
know that communication is a reason why a lot of relationships fail.
fail? Yeah.
Marriages, friendships, situationships, like anything that has a ship to it. Even
All the
jobs,
ships.
even
hmm
jobs and things like that. So I think if there is that lack of communication, someone is gonna end up getting, hurt, tired, fed up. Like I don't see it ending very well when you do have that lack of communication, regardless of who the person is.
right? Because somebody has to be the bigger person and say, "I'm sorry,"
Mm-hmm.
or open the door to say, "How can I make this up to you?" Or any like Kevin, look like Johnny said, you were able to find somebody to fill that gap. But what if you didn't? How would that have
Mm-hmm.
made you feel in that moment that you had arranged this day with someone, and it could have been, like you said, anybody else. It could have been anybody.
Uh, I,
So it's
I
like,
don't. I don't feel like just because I found somebody to go with me to the concert, it didn't make it better. Like I had planned to go with this particular
mhm.
individual,
Right.
so
Right.
it didn't make it better. I ended up finding somebody else who wanted to go, but I didn't necessarily want to go with them. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. So
it
did you
was
feel like that lessened the experience because it wasn't with the person that you
Yeah,
primarily?
absolutely. I have
Okay.
been. It's
Mhm.
like when it's a expectation that wasn't met because I was excited about the fun that me and this person were gonna have, and then it didn't happen. So it wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
what I was building up for, thinking about the experience. But I still I made lemons out of lemonade, and I still went. But by that point I had already spent the money on the tickets. Like what was I gonna do? Not go? So
Right. Now that's not I feel like that's never an option. I feel like you should
Yeah.
never not go because someone else stand you up. I feel like you just need to stand on business because a lot of times when things happen, regardless of what happens, when you finally go out and you go and do what you intended to do, there's always a good time had. Like I've never been out and just like, oh, I'm miserable. If you are, then something is up with you. Like you need and that's when you really need to like go even harder. Like, go let that be your
But
motivation
check
to
this part
have
out.
a good time. Mm-hmm.
There's been instances like with these wedding invitations that people are sending out. When
Mm-hmm.
people don't show, you get an invoice in the mail, and that can
Right.
lead to legal.
Now that's
That can lead
that's
to
crazy.
legal ramifications because that means money has been spent in your expectation
Right.
or rival, and you don't show up. Like,
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, what do
So
you do?
Brandon,
Go ahead, ask.
that's funny because what I was gonna say is when I was stood up, it was at my wedding. So that's what I was gonna actually say
Uh-huh.
for me. So it was very important. So, me and Nick went to pre-marital counseling,
Counseling.
and
Mm-hmm.
when they said, like, okay, what's one thing about your significant other you absolutely want them to work on, something that really gets under your skin? And for Nick, it was me being late.
Oh
So
wow.
he didn't like me being late. He really likes to be on time. He's not early, but he's on time.
You're right.
Now he try to sit here and act like he be 10 minutes early. He be okay. Anyways, but that was like his pet peeve. So I said that I would not start our union late. Like that's one thing he said he wanted to work on. I'm not gonna be one of those brides starting the wedding
Kudos
an
to
hour
you.
later. So I made it very important. It was very important for me and to start my marriage on that like right foot. So I
But you
wanted to
know
start
what?
it
Mm-hmm.
I
right on time.
posted that this week on my Facebook page. People,
Hmm.
this was from Duran Bernard, renowned singer. He
Yes.
said people want to be held but not held accountable. And in that
Right.
instance, you held your accountability. You said you acknowledged something that you knew was an issue that was brought to your attention, and you didn't
Hmm.
try to push back. And why can't more people be like that?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's why we've been together for 23 plus years. I don't know.
Yeah.
But as he texts me because he hear me talking about I'm never on time. But anyways, so long story short, one of my family members, like one of the most important family members that I would say that would be at a wedding for me because my mom passed away. I had two aunts. One was
Mm-hmm.
there and one was not there. So I had to then decide. I mean, they knew what time everything started, like my whole family. Like, a wedding is not a surprise. Like the only person that should be late to a wedding technically is the
Of the
bride.
bride,
Right.
right?
So I
Hmm.
had
Mm-hmm.
to make a hard decision. I had to go ahead and start without my aunt, but I felt like she stood me up. That's how I felt. Like she stood me up. Like
Did
you,
she
like you
ever
should have.
come? Did
She
she?
did come. She
Okay.
did come, but she didn't make it to the ceremony to me, which is the most important part of the
That's a
wedding.
big deal.
But
That's a big
so
deal.
yeah, so that's how I felt like I was
So
stood
what
up.
happened? So what happened after? Like,
No, we never discussed it. You know how now come on, you know how our parents' generation. Come
Yeah,
on
you
now, we
can't check
talking.
them. Come on. You can't check
So
them. You can't
I
tell
Cause
mean
them.
so
it
my thing
wasn't.
is back to Brandon's point, or like it. My thing is like what do you do? Like you damn if you do, you
Hmm.
damn if you like
Right.
if you tell the person they're gonna be disappointed. If you don't tell the person it's gonna be disappointed. Like for my situation, either way I was gonna be disappointed. So it's like
Right.
what do you do after it occurs? Like what do
Hmm.
you even talk about it? Like do you even want to go down that road anymore? Because all it's gonna do really is piss me off more to
Right.
bring it back up again.
Well,
So
But we
Yes.
talking about it. We talking about it now. So,
I think it's good. It's a proponent to always speak your mind and get it off your chest.
hmm.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Right.
Yeah.
because at that moment it's a breakdown, and you because technically it can happen again. It can be a repetitive cycle. So
Right.
if you don't establish a boundary or bring it up and say, "Hey, you
Hmm.
really pissed me off by doing that. Let me go
Right.
and let me check you now." So if we're gonna move further in this friendship, if we're gonna continue to go on this next concert, or if I have another wedding or another event, bridal shower,
Hmm.
baby shower, whatever it is, I need you to be there, present and on time, and I might need your help
Right.
to do something. So don't not
Hmm.
respond. A negative response is a response. I'm not gonna make it. Can I please rain check it? Or I got a flat tire. Can we pivot 30, 40 minutes? I mean, even showing up
Right.
to this podcast, there are things that could happen to each of one of us that
Hmm.
we have to communicate and say, hey guys, X, Y, and Z is going on. I'll be late or I can't attend. So how hard is that? What if we just didn't communicate at all? How would that
Right.
some people
how
don't.
would that
Some
make
people
us as
don't.
co-workers feel? You know?
Some people would rather just apologize afterwards rather than face,
I think that's selfish though.
some
Like,
Mm,
people do
and
though.
I wonder how hard people really try to show up. Like, it's one thing, like if something happens or whatever, but I wonder how many people really try to pivot to say, regardless of what happened, this happened, but I'm still going to show up. This happened. I think nowadays people just give up so easily. Like, oh, this happened.
Ooh.
So, I'm not going to show up because this happened. Meanwhile, it's hard for everybody out here in these streets to show up for people. Like, life is life and for everyone. But I think you really do show up for people that matters the most for you, you
I,
know?
well, I will tell you this. I've had a scenario where somebody was coming to my house up until the ninth hour, the day of, and then all
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden, oh, I got in a car accident. No communication whatsoever. So I'm just like,
Well, how
huh?
you know they got in a car accident
They
if there was
called
no
me later and said it.
Oh, okay. So
Mm.
so did they get in a car accident?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
I said,
So here's my thing. Here's
initially,
my
I said,
thing.
I didn't
People
want to
be
be
making
petty
that
and be like,
stuff.
send me pictures, but in the back of my mind, that's what I wanted to say. And I was just like, you know what?
Oh my
I'm not even
goodness.
like, I don't even want to put the energy into that because it sounds like
Okay.
a lie to me.
Here's
That's a
here's
good that's
here's my thing. It, do you even want to hear the excuse? Like, do you even want to entertain it? Because with the whole grace piece, giving people grace, like stuff do happen. I understand that, but
mm-hmm.
sometimes, depending on what mood I'm in, I don't really give a damn what your
Right,
excuse
right.
is.
Because you
You
want to call
know,
bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
I don't really give a damn. Like I can't even remember what the excuse was for the concert, but I feel like afterwards it was a conversation. It was about something, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah,
Okay,
because you
so
feel like you
look.
walking on eggshells around that person too. Because it's like, I really want to just get in your shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
we trying to call people out, right? But have y'all ever lied and made up a
oh,
lie? Come
oh.
on now. Come on, let's talk about it.
no.
No,
Have
Eartha's
y'all
Usually,
been real quiet. We need to get her. Come on in the room.
have y'all
usually
Like,
I
have
don't.
y'all ever
Usually,
made
come on in the room.
I do not. Like I try to be there for people. I really do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Well,
and
the reason I said that because
I'm a man
I
of
don't
my
know.
word.
Go
Go ahead.
ahead, Brandon.
No, go ahead, Johnny. I was just saying, I'm a man of my word. I try to be held accountable. I try not to. If somebody tells me I'm being a certain way, I'm like, ooh, let me check myself. Let me change my ways. You know, we all have
Right,
our ways, right? So,
right.
yeah. So,
So this my thing. I don't know if y'all grew up this way, but sometimes I be scared of loud stuff because they're like, "Oh, you lie. You say this happened." Like you
Mm-hmm,
say, "Oh, my
mm-hmm.
kids get sick." Then a minute later, your kids might be
You
sick, or you
right,
might
right.
say,
I
"My
ain't trying to
dog died,"
speak it up.
and then
Yes.
right. So I'm a firm believer of not like speaking it. Like I'm not gonna lie on my kids. I'm not gonna
Right,
lie on my husband. I'm not gonna lie on my
right.
dog because I mean,
because you
I
don't
don't
want that to
know.
happen
The
in
old
real life,
folks, the old folks done scared me. Like,
right?
I ain't putting that karma on my family.
But I
So
need, but
yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
but I need Miss E to step into the room because she's been, radio silent, and I know in all of the social circles that she's a part of, there has to be instances, whether it be date or friend or sisterhood,
She's trying to
that
tread.
I'm over
She's
here.
like in
I'm
a
over
pivot
here.
grenade.
Well, I'm walking on landmines, but I'm also performing like hella tech over here. So
Me
like I'm
too.
looking down because
Me
I'm on my
too. Mm-hmm.
phone
uh-huh.
because on Facebook I was pushing it to my personal page. That's why we couldn't see the comments. So I
Mm,
had to go into our like page and go share it to my main page. So y'all can go to my main Facebook page and then share it to your page now.
okay,
So
that's what we're gonna do.
I've been running tech
Come on,
in
Tech.
the background. I'll look up every now and then, but I'm just running tech. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of examples. Um, I don't know. I feel like I've supported all, done it all, ran up and down the road, try to plan a million and one things. And I can say for 2025, it was a lot. I think this was the year I said, I think I'm about done with, trying to help spearhead. And if you have the knack to be able to put stuff together or help corral everybody, I think that's a beautiful thing. But it is a really thankless job, and people just want you to do everything. You put everything together. And it's tiring. And I
Mm-hmm.
can definitely say, definitely last year, but this year it was just like, mm-mm. Um, and in terms of people um what's the term? Standing you
Standing you
up.
up.
Mm-hmm.
I had a horrible story a couple of years ago. I had met this dude on a dating app. So I thought we were gonna meet up to go out because we had been talking. Like our professional lives were parallel. He knew about certain things with my job. I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is great. Okay. So on the day we were supposed to meet up, we spoke on the phone, but this is why I'm a huge proponent to a FaceTime. Like now, if you want to go out, we got to FaceTime first, okay? So I'm something before I left the neighborhood. Something said call because he had chose the restaurant. It was in Columbia, and so that's like 40 minutes away
South
from me.
Carolina,
And no,
the
No.
country.
Maryland,
Columbia,
Maryland.
Maryland.
See, I
Okay.
could tell by this story that was not no Southern man. Because if the Southern man,
No,
he no, mm-mm.
no.
I can already tell.
And I mean, I could go. I could actually run you a story on a Southern man too, but you
Run
know,
run the block on.
but this gentleman was African, and at the time, I can tell you, it ain't nothing like a beautiful African man. I'm gonna just tell you right now, they are beautiful. It's just no shade, no tea, but they tough to date. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. I got a million stories about that. Okay, but they're just one of the most beautiful creatures on the planet Earth. But damn. But anywho, with this one, he was the worst because something told me to call on the way out of the neighborhood, and his phone was going straight to voicemail.
Mm.
So I went into the app. Gone.
What? So you never made it to Columbia?
So I would have been in Columbia to see who.
Mm.
So what would you have done? So what did you do? Turn around and go home?
Oh yeah, I was still in the
So
neighborhood.
what would you have
Oh,
done?
saved by
Like
the
if you would
bell,
have got to
honey.
Columbia, what would you have done?
I don't even know because it didn't happen.
Well, I know I would have ate.
Like
That's one
no,
thing I would.
no. I wouldn't have gotten out. I wouldn't have gotten out the car
Girl, you
because
might have met. That might have been the man you need to meet at that bar,
no,
honey. I would have took
no.
myself right to that
Mm-mm.
restaurant and
She would have been hot if she got there and could
mm-mm.
not get in. She would have been steaming
No,
mad if she would have been. She
no,
would have been
no.
no good to
No,
nobody.
no, 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 no. I will tell you this. I was calm because something in my spirit was like, if you had showed up, you don't know who would have been waiting for me to
Right,
get
right.
out of the car.
It could have been
To
a catfish.
It could have been a catfish. It could have been
Could have
somebody
been
doing
Could have been.
trafficking,
That was a
unsafe.
catfish.
Yeah,
trafficking. Like
yeah.
you don't know. So I mean, I had things to say about it, but I felt fine because I said, "Oh my gosh, if I had gotten all the way." Because if he lives in Baltimore and I live in Bowie, why Columbia, right? So you're gonna take
Mm-hmm.
me so far away from the house
How
to
far
do
is
what?
that for the people who
40
40
don't
minutes.
know?
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So it's not even like a real for me. It's not even a halfway mark. So I would have gotten out there to do what? Like I was convinced.
Find a Shane's Rib Shack and
No. I believe it was something shady going on. So I went back and I did like a search of like his name, everything. And so the number that was associated with that account was a woman's name. It said that
Mm.
he was married.
Oh, his
All
wife
kinds of
found
stuff.
out. That's what that was. His wife found out. He had to delete that account quick, honey.
That's
She like,
crazy.
what? Where you going?
Yeah. So it was
Well, so
really,
that was
really, it was
that's a
really
good
crazy.
example of being stood up because in that instance, I think you should have been stood up. Like that wasn't somebody that you knew. You get what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
talk about people that we know, friends and family.
I mean, but I was stood up.
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
you
I
said
was
dating too.
catfished, all the above.
I'm
Yeah.
not discrediting it, but what I'm saying is, yeah, in that instance, you didn't really know that man. So good thing it was. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it was a very stressful experience. Um, yeah, it was a lot. But in terms of friends and stuff, sometimes your friends are going to let you down. They just are.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just tell you,
Absolutely.
they just are. I mean, I'm talking about you planning everything, you buying tickets, you going above and beyond. I mean, yeah, they gonna get you sometimes. They gonna get you sometimes.
Yeah, someone say I stood y'all up at homecoming because I didn't get to see y'all.
Wait,
Not
what?
Kevin calling himself out.
Wait. Y'all didn't see Kevin the whole homecoming?
So
No,
Kevin,
I saw.
did you really try to make it to homecoming, or
Oh,
did you?
absolutely, like absolutely. But I'm saying that because I have a friend that I have a friend that is familiar with the podcast and was
Mm-hmm.
asking me, did you hang out with your friends? And I said I tried, but I didn't get to. And I talked to them Saturday when I was trying to get on the yard to meet y'all. And like
Mm-hmm.
in the process of it, and I was like, shit, I'm about to go. At that point, I was like, I'm finna go home because I had already been, in traffic for like an hour and 40 minutes. So I was just like,
Right.
I'm
You
just
was
going home
over
at
it.
this point. And he was like, you ain't want to go out there anyway.
Oh,
So, and I was just
Oh.
like, well, I mean, but I was trying. I literally was
Mm-hmm.
trying, but you
Wow. See,
know,
they didn't even
So
rest you out.
you the people we was talking about, Kevin.
That's terrible.
but see, I called Kevin. I called
I
Kevin.
called her too. I called
No,
her too.
no, no. But I called Kevin before we left the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked, did he want? I said we're leaving, and did I ask,
Mhm.
did you need a ride?
You forgot.
You may. I can't recall. I can't
I
recall.
said, we can stop by to come get you.
No, because you had given me the parking pass. I had got the
I
parking
said
pass.
I do, and I said I had that as well. I don't know.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. See, okay, let me think about let me say this, Kevin. So and Kevin, I'm not coming down you, Kevin, but
Oh, hold on.
since
I
you
feel
brought
like
it
I
up,
need. Hold
Kevin.
on. Shit. Hold on a second before you get started,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny. Dang, I don't
And
think
I
I
didn't
have.
see y'all Friday. And that was not. I literally, what's going on with the toe, and I had
Oh
overwrapped
no,
the
he
toe.
didn't.
The
Oh
I had
no, he
toe.
didn't.
overwrapped the toe,
Whoa, whoa,
and
whoa. This is the first time we done heard about the toe thing.
no,
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
tell you that
he
day.
said something about the toe
I
before.
said I had a
This is
foot
No,
different.
injury.
wait, no. I didn't hear anything about the toe that weekend.
I didn't tell you because I didn't want to hear your laughing behind. Because I
I
knew
feel
you
like
was gonna.
Kevin. I feel like you brewing up a lie right now.
Yeah.
Hold on now.
I'm
No,
not, bro. I
I remember
literally what?
I do remember him saying
I'm
something about
not
his
growing up a
toe.
lie. I told Toya too. I didn't see you
And
on
you
that
know
day, but
Kevin ain't gonna lie on his feet now.
I'm definitely
You know he
not.
ain't gonna lie on his feet
I'm
because you know he don't
definitely
want his
not.
toes
But I
falling
have these
off.
things. See this right here, the laughing that she doing. That's why I didn't tell your fucking
Wait,
ass.
excuse me. I'm not even the one laughing the hardest, and you coming at me. That's how I
You
know this
did,
story.
You
Erica.
did.
You
That's
did
how,
laugh the
You
hardest,
You
girl. You
did.
did.
you
no.
definitely
I
did. You
literally a
definitely.
caca, and then you gonna sit up here and be like, look at you. You got Brandon about to roll out the seat, and I'm just up here like this.
Because listen, when y'all start talking about each other, it's his toes and your diarrhea. That's
Let me just let
that's
me just
what.
let me just sum it up. Let me just
I
let,
just
let me
feel
not
like
take the listeners through this.
wait a minute. I feel like I'm under attack for no reason.
No, you're not. I'm not
I mean
attacking you.
for
I'm
no
not attacking you. I'm not
reason.
attacking.
I'm
That's
not
Brandon.
attacking you.
I'm not
It's
attacking you.
attack amount.
I'm
No,
not
it's
Because
not.
attacking you.
Kevin,
Let me just
Kevin ain't say nothing about that hoe that
let
weekend.
so here's what happened. Here's what I did see them, Brandon, because you wasn't there. I did see
Right.
them Thursday night. Friday, I was supposed to see them at the day party, but I have
Mm-hmm.
these wraps for that you're supposed to put on your toenail, for the type of toenail that I
Uh,
have. Fat
What
Mm-hmm.
to
kind of
make a long
toenail
story
is
short, I had wrapped it too tight, and I went to an event that
Mm.
morning, and my foot was killing me.
You almost cut the circulation off from the
Yes,
toe.
basically, basically
Oh
wow?
that's
my
what happened.
goodness.
So by the time I talked to Erica that afternoon, right before y'all was getting ready to go to the day party, and she was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, we getting ready to go there," and I was like, "I don't think at this point I'm not gonna be there because if I got to stand up anywhere, it's not gonna happen." So that's
Mm-hmm.
what happened Saturday. That's
So
what
you
happened
stood
Friday.
us up, so you didn't have to stand up. You couldn't stand
Right, but
up, so you stood us up.
I still plan on seeing y'all that night because I knew y'all were going to the comedy show, and I saw
Right.
Toya, but after y'all left the comedy show, y'all must have went right back to the hotel, so I didn't see y'all after that. Then
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, I did try to get on campus, but like
Mm-hmm.
Erica called, she was like, "We getting ready to go. I'm gonna send you the parking pass." And by the time I got on campus, what time did you call me? Like noon, or was it earlier than that? Because when
Earlier
I
than
got
that.
when I got to campus, it was literally like 12:45, 1 o'clock around that time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I called Erica when I got there, but you know how it is on homecoming. It's like the call will ring and then it will be dead. So, and I'm stuck in traffic, and
And you
the
already had the spirit of you didn't want to go in, you didn't want to
well,
be there anyways.
y'all
So,
already know I don't like to just be. I
let
don't
me
like to
ask
be. It don't have
Johnny.
to. It doesn't have anything to do with y'all. It's just about being
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of all the people for homecoming. But
So,
I
Right.
legitimately tried.
well,
I was
we
because
heard
I
your
was
story,
stuck.
Kevin.
But
Now we gotta ask Erica and Johnny. Did y'all feel stood up or not?
Oh, okay. So I did feel like once Sunday came and it was time to leave, and
Uh
I was like, "Dang, we ain't really seen Kevin," because
huh.
we all we all really take homecoming to link
Kevin.
up. I'm like, "Dang, we ain't really seen Kevin,"
I
and then
didn't
I
know
was
that Janice was leaving so early because I usually try to meet y'all and greet y'all before you
right,
leave. So when I
right.
seen Janice, I was like, "Damn, Janice,
I
she
had to catch
gone."
that flight. I had to catch that flight
Yeah.
back. Get back to these children.
But I saw
So
Erica, by the time I talked to Toya, I was already out of because I went to go get them damn Amish donuts that was in Mount
right.
Airy. So by the time I talked to Toya, I was already on the road to go to Mount Airy. But
Mm-hmm.
I had seen Toya. I had seen Toya the night
Erica,
Friday night.
did you
Right.
feel stood up? I don't remember your answer.
No, I wouldn't say I felt stood up by Kevin. And I only say that because I knew Kevin probably his sole reason for probably coming on the yard was to probably do interviews with the camera and the microphone and all of that. So I did not feel like Kevin stood us up. I felt like, okay, maybe he feels free from dealing with us on campus, even though I feel like we are a fun time. Kevin has
Mm-hmm.
said many times he don't fool with homecoming, so I didn't feel stood up. If anything,
I
if
legit tried
anything,
though.
if anything, I was probably like, he probably was like, like I'll see them later. But with homecoming, I don't press Kevin out. I'm not, if he whatever he wants to do with us, he's
All
he's
right, so
able
I
to do.
guess switching gears, were there people at that you were supposed to meet at homecoming besides Kevin that stood you up?
Always, every year.
No, I don't think that did not happen because first of all, it's a million people out there. Some people you're going to see, some people you're not. Everybody who wanted to be seen was saw.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? It was some people that I wanted to see, but we didn't like it felt like we were all at the same place, but at different times. Like once you go back to
Mhm.
social media and stuff. So I didn't see everybody that I would love to see at homecoming, but I didn't feel like somebody stood me up at homecoming. But one thing about homecoming, like even like my cousin Jessica, we were supposed to link. I don't feel like she stood me up. Once we left to go on campus, and whoever is not with you in my brain, I'm like, it's like a 99 point, it's like a 1%
1%
chance
that
that
you're
you
gonna be
gonna be
like
able to link up with that person
the
because it
year
is so
right.
much going
It's
on.
so packed. The year that I did not go with y'all there, but I actually ran into y'all there. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how that happened. The stars just made
Right.
that a lot because I
Right.
don't know how
Cause,
like
cause
otherwise
you probably actually wanted to be there at that time. Like and I'm not even talking like I think when you fit like whatever you put in the atmosphere, like Kevin, like that time you didn't probably feel the same way you felt the other time your toe was hurting, you was trying to make it work, but you was just like, this a stretch. So it was just like you probably didn't put the same effort in
I I
as
want to. I agree,
previous
Johnny's, but
year.
I want to shift the blame to this is A
Mm-hmm.
and T fault. because I legit could not get on campus. Like it was impossible for me. And I'm not saying I tried. I did try, and
Okay.
I told Erica I left and went to my parents' house to go visit them, and then I came back and tried again.
Okay.
It just
Okay.
wasn't happening. Like they wasn't. And then when I talked to Erica, she was like, we went through a turnstile. Like we went over. We went. The police was not
We
letting
did.
people in there. Like
Mm-hmm.
I literally
Mm-hmm.
circled the campus for like an hour and 40 minutes, and there was no way to get in there.
Right.
So unless I walk, which is probably what I should have done to begin with, to be honest.
Not with your toe situation. That would have been
Right.
My
horrible.
toe
Right.
was good Saturday though. It was just
Okay.
Friday
Okay.
is when I had overwrapped that joint.
Mm.
So you couldn't even stand up. So that's why, yeah, never mind.
Friday was so bad. I couldn't
I-
even the event that I went to, I couldn't even drive because you know how your foot is touching the pedal. I couldn't even have drive to get home from what I had went to. So
Right.
I was just like, oh no, this day party just not gonna happen for me. But
But
give
I
my
already
ticket
knew
to
you
somebody
weren't.
else.
But I knew you weren't gonna go anyway. You told me at the top of the day you weren't going.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
What you mean at the top?
Uh-oh.
Well, when I talked to you, but I feel like the toe thing had already happened by the time I talked to you.
It was in the morning. Like it was early in the day when we talked. It was
Early.
before. Yeah, because you said you had another event and you probably were not gonna go to the day party and to give it to somebody else. You told me that.
Uh-oh. He forgot, Erica. He forgot. He forgot.
Mm.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Stand up.
I
Stand
don't
up on
remember
that
that
toe.
conversation, but I don't remember that conversation, but it sounded like it could be.
Yeah. That's how I knew you had another event because you said I have another event,
Mhm.
and then I said, well, if you want to, you can get a ticket to the comedy show. And you were like, you
Mhm.
don't know what time your event was going to be over, etc. But it's not a big deal
Mhm.
because I was not. I wasn't impacted by that.
Right.
No.
I don't feel like you stood us up, Kevin, but on Sunday when I realized I didn't see you, you were missed. I'm like,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah. You too.
We didn't even do
We didn't
our,
do our breakfast.
right.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything. So I
Well,
was
see,
just like,
the
dang.
reason that I specifically was like, damn, because I had went to go get the damn muffins for Johnny. So I was just like, I got the muffins. I had to give your muffins away because you was gone already.
I didn't even get my
So
muffins,
now he
y'all.
feeling stood up by you, Johnny.
No, I didn't feel so. I know everybody. I know everybody leaves at that. I just didn't know Janice was leaving so early. So I just
We got
when I
comments
know
already.
that I didn't see y'all, and then I didn't remember that y'all were going to because I never bought tickets to go to the bonfire. So I'm assuming that I'm gonna see y'all after you leave campus.
Oh,
But I'm
no.
forgetting about the bonfire, and then when it set in, I was like, "Oh, they're going to the bonfire," so I'm not going to see them. So I was just like, "Okay, well, let me just pack their muffins, and I'll just go meet them tomorrow before they." When I got up, by the time I got up, you was already going, Johnny. So I was just like, "Well, what the fuck
Yes.
I'm gonna do with her muffins?"
I was gone at 8 o'clock.
You supposed to eat them muffins. That's what you
8
supposed to do.
Yeah,
o'clock.
it was, and I mean, I think it's okay. Homecoming is a
Mhm.
very stressful time. Nobody
It
felt stood up.
is.
But look,
Nobody
guess what?
felt stood
I ain't
up.
never stood y'all up. I've always stood up and said I ain't coming. You know, so hey, I ain't never disappointed y'all. And in that order. And
I will give Brandon
Hey,
this.
Big
He
Mo.
never confirms that he will come. He say I
Thank you.
might,
I
and
might.
then
Now
he
wait. Now that's a lot.
okay.
That's
Go ahead.
that's
Let's
to me.
unpack. Let's unpack it. Let's
Unpack.
unpack it.
Unpack it.
I
Unpack
feel
it.
like that's a lot.
Okay, unpack it. Yes.
Yep.
Just that's a no. What Brandon will do, he'll sit on it and won't yay or nay you at all for a
Yes.
while. You be like,
Yes.
okay, Brandon, and then Brandon will say, you know what? I'm probably not gonna make it. I'm probably not gonna.
Hey.
But then
He might
you
show
get
up.
a surprise message. I'm here. And you be like,
Well, I ain't never got a surprise message from Brandon.
Okay.
He'll just kind of be there. So when Brandon tells me where he's not gonna be, I'm like, okay. But when we went out a few weeks ago, me and Johnny's was like, okay, he probably not gonna want to come. He
I
showed
know.
up.
And
It was a
then,
surprise.
and
Mm-hmm.
so what, I see
And we
that y'all
had a
all was
good
there. Y'all
We
time,
see that
had
stuff.
a
right?
wonderful time.
We had a
Yeah,
time was had.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
We were
And
like, he
because
probably
I
not
had
going,
every intention of being there. I had a little situation going on. And yeah. But
He
I
was
was
living the best bachelor life. I can definitely give you that. It was
mm,
just one of those DC nights. It was a
that's
DC
it.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a DC. I
Oh,
But
am
I had to
single
look out
DC
for
night.
my girls. I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, we were
Yes.
outside. We were
We
finagling through the
were.
streets, and he was like, "I'm gonna come pick y'all up." We were like, "Brandon's still coming? This is crazy.
Absolutely. When
This
Mrs.
is
Ford,
crazy." But I mean, hey. But in terms of like being stood up and stuff, it's not fun. I feel like I've shown no. You want to know what was the most heartbreaking? It was in college. I was supposed to be going somewhere with this guy,
uh-oh.
and I don't play once I put on my lotion and my perfumes
Your
and shit.
lotion and potions.
My perfumes, my
her
lotions, perfumes,
cream, her
everything.
cream.
Cause y'all know I have a whole production that I
Regiment.
do. Like
Right.
Mm-hmm.
even if we going to bed, I'ma have on my buttered lotions and all the things. But anywho, I was supposed to be going out with this man, and he was nowhere to be found. Like it
So
was
what
so
did you do
bad.
end up doing?
I believe I stopped talking to him for the rest of that year. It was in
Well, I
college.
mean, for that night, what did you end up doing for that night? If he,
I don't think I went anywhere. I think I was just so floored that I was stood up. I mean, it was just the wildest thing, but I just vividly remember being mad that I sprayed love spell on myself and he stood me up. I was like,
And
"You
and
made
no
me
and
you
no
made me waste love spell?"
and no potion was put on him, right?
Oh, I
you
was
Mm.
don't know
sick.
because he stood her up.
Right. He
I was
missed the
sick.
magic.
But you
I
know,
mean,
they come back later, but when I tell you I'm the worst, when I don't talk to you, I don't talk to you.
so I
Right.
wanted to ask, like, I don't know if we ever got a conclusion on that. Like, when somebody does stand you up, how do you move forward? Erica, do you cut everybody off? Do you put them on ice? Or Janice, like your conversation with your aunt
Mm-hmm.
was the first meet and greet kind of like, you know, like now you know you were supposed to be somewhere, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or Kevin,
Right.
with your friend not going to the concert, did you look at them in the face and be like, "Now look, I had somebody else come. I ain't even have a good time because they little funky ass was with me." But you know, how did the conversation go after that?
I feel like you put people in category, like at least for me, I put
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there are
yeah,
people sometimes
yeah.
I automatically identify. I know certain people are flaky. Like they may talk
Mm.
a good game about something, but I know when the push come to shove, they probably not gonna be there. And so
Right.
you just move accordingly to that, and you file it in your head like this person, they're not reliable.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
but as far as the conversation, I don't know. I feel like I black out during the conversation because I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear your excuse, regardless, however believable it may be. I don't want to hear that you
Mm-hmm.
had some root canal, or I don't want to hear that you got a car accident, or I don't want to hear that your bait you went into. I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing is
So
acceptable
you
to
big
me
mad.
at this.
That's what you was. You was big
Yeah,
mad.
so I don't
Okay.
want to hear
Mm-hmm.
it. I just file you into the flaky
Mm-hmm.
category at that
Yes,
point.
yes.
Yes.
So
I'm with Kevin on that one.
Right,
mhm.
because what
So
we're not gonna
yeah.
do is beg for anybody's.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
people do what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they
They
want to do
will.
it. Yeah.
They
Okay.
will.
All right.
Because the only thing you can go by is how you show up for people. Like, and I know, like I said, like I always try to show up for people, try to be present, in their special moments, especially for those people who show up for me. So, yeah, so I put them in the category of, you know, it is what it is. Because I am very protective over my heart and my mind, because I
Yeah.
don't want to have to overthink things. And if
Mhm.
if it's not happening in my four walls here at my home, that and it's outside, it's easier for me to let those things go. Because if it's not here, then, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to say it's minute, but I'm just very protective of my heart
It's
and my
not a
space because
priority.
I am an emotional person, you
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
know, so I can't just let people hurt me because, you know, I do get hurt. So
Yeah,
I have to protect myself.
yeah.
Totally
So,
agree. I mean,
mhm,
it depends on if it's friends that's cut up like that. I just probably won't allow them. So you just might not get invitations from me like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
believe
mhm,
people have seen that and people have complained. Um, they have, because if I invite you to things and you don't come, I'm not thinking, well, I'm just not going to invite them. In my mind, you're just, like Johnny's lives but so far away from me. So I'm going to invite her and we've talked about it. But if she can't come,
mhm,
I'm not thinking about it because I know she has a husband and children.
She's a
So
whole
that's
mom.
different.
Hmm.
Yeah. So with regards to other people, what drives me crazy is when they be like, yeah, I'm coming, and then we start spending money. That's
mhm.
that's where my issue is when we start to spend money and then they hit you with the
So that's
mm,
when them categories come into play because
I
and
would
that's
tell
exactly
you.
right.
for the flaky people, that's when you know I'm not gonna
Yes.
front nothing for you at this point.
No,
Like,
never again.
Right.
Like never
yeah.
But look,
again.
I have been on the phone planning to go somewhere with somebody, securing hotels and rental cars and other things. They be like, "Oh, let me call you back." You already know that shit ain't even right. Like, huh?
Right.
I'm about to hit the
No, that's why you
submit
gotta get the
button,
money before you start
Hmm.
planning.
and
You
I'm just
gotta
like,
give them
"What
them
is this? Who
coins.
does this?"
Right.
Right. So
People,
catch me
they
later.
do.
At that moment, like I'm not even interested in like pursuing keeping the friendship alive. Like we good.
Right.
I mean, and we can be friends. It's just they won't be in a category of, okay, I have this big thing coming up. Let me make sure they're
There.
there. You get
Right.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's when people mistake people don't even understand the time and the energy that you put into things. And
Mhm.
that is when I've decided like I can't give people certain avenues and abilities to be that close. Now I will say a few years ago I had to learn how to push people into the categories, like Kevin said, where they're not that close to me.
Mhm.
Because people want to get close. Maurice is asking all kind of questions. Hold on. So he said, for moments like that, Erica, you didn't call upon number two. Maurice, I I I tried. I'm not big on dating a whole bunch of people at the same time, even though I was told I need to date multiple people. This is very difficult because I don't have a lot of
It's hard to
time.
do. And for
Yes.
a man, that's a lot of money. You
Oh,
got
Mm.
you got to be caking out here. You know what I mean? I mean for real.
Right.
yeah. I want to be married, but even then, I did not date. Even in college, I did try to do the whole let me date a couple people, but everybody who I ever dated has an issue with that. Even though they would go and date other people.
You should
But
Right.
be telling
I
them.
but
You
if
should be
Do
telling
what
them.
I
I didn't have
say
to
and
say
not as
no.
I
I didn't
do.
have to say nothing.
It was do as I say, not as I do
Not
kind
as
of
I
thing.
do. Mm-hmm.
But my thing is when you date multiple people, I think the ones that are falling short will rule themselves out. You
Yeah.
stop they
I
stop
agree.
calling,
I
they
agree.
stop texting, and it'll just be like, okay, this is dry.
Yeah. And it's
I
because
Uh,
people
agree.
don't look at people do not appreciate love and admiration the same way
mm-hmm.
as we would think. Let's
Yep.
just say that. Because I think back in the day, a lot of people used to um, that people would have families down the street, but that person would still love and care for you a certain way, but they would have families up and down the street, blah 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 blah. So dating has just warped itself into different forms and fashions. But the admiration of
Mm-hmm.
others has just really gone to hell. But Kevin, Maurice said, have Kevin, have you let people do good things for you? You do things for people all the time. I think this is a very critical question.
Mm.
Uh, sure. I just it just you don't think I do, Erica?
No, you do not appreciate. No, no, no. If you try to do for Kevin, no, don't worry about it. You don't have to do that. no, you don't have to. No, you don't have to come down here. We like, no, we want to come. We want to come celebrate you.
Right.
I just don't want people to
No,
go out of their
no.
way for me, you know.
You
That's
gotta let
all.
people determine what's out the way. Cause Kevin, I saw you at the Brandy and Monica concert. But I didn't see you put nothing in the group chat about that concert.
Oh.
How you know we didn't
Can I
want?
just say this?
How,
Can I just say this? Johnny's is stepping on that jacked up big toe tonight, and Kevin is taking it with ease.
Because
If
no,
it
no, no.
was me,
Because no,
if
no,
it was me, it would be different.
no. Because she has a point. Because when I was thinking about going to the concert, guess who I called immediately? I called Erica Patrice and said, Erica, did you want to go to the concert in the DC metro area? It's the weekend of Thanksgiving on that Sunday. But you, Kevin, you ain't need to ask us if we wanted to go. So you're absolutely right, Johnny's. Oh,
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. Yes, I did go to the concert. I will
we
send the
know.
videos in the group chat. I sent the videos to
Don't go back.
You see
no,
them?
no,
Talking about-
I'm just gonna. I sent them to my sister because my sister works at the Coliseum.
Oh.
So I wanted her to see where I was sitting because I sat front row, and I sent them to Erica.
Front
and-
row.
Yes, I will send them in the group chat.
Did
I
you
will
hear
send
that,
them in the group
Erica?
chat.
we seen the pictures, Kevin.
I
Was it
will
on
send.
social
I will
media?
send the
What did I
full
see 'em?
videos in the group chat. It was,
So
you know.
I will relay that our good dear friend Brianna was talking about going to the concert, and something happened with her. So I said, Kevin, you heard about the concert? He said, yeah, you want to go? I said, yeah, I want to go. I want to do the Greensboro. If you do Greensboro, let me know. I said, just let me know.
No. That ain't how the conversation went. That's not how the conversation went. So she did say she wanted to go to the concert. My sister, who works at the Coliseum, had also sent me an email blast about the concert. And my sister knows because, I got Brandy and Monica CD. When I got a CD player, that was my first boombox, and my parents bought me them CDs together when I got the boombox.
Mm-hmm.
So it meant something to me. So I was just like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to that. In the middle of the night one night, I woke up, I woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning, couldn't sleep, and I just went on and started scrolling, and I saw they had front row seats. So I bought the ticket. I did talk to Erica a couple of days later, and I was just like, Erica, I bought front row tickets for Greensboro. Were you interested? Because I didn't want to force anybody to feel like they had to come to Greensboro, because we had already had a conversation with her and Bree saying that they were talking about the concert, but y'all don't live here, so I didn't want to make y'all feel like y'all had to come here to come see it.
That's the point, Kevin. That's the point we made from the beginning. You always feel like you forcing somebody to do something. You gotta
Let's
let
put it out
people
there. Make their own decision.
decide,
Yeah.
right? You can't
Throw it
already
out
be in
Okay,
your
there.
well
own
that
brain
was my
about it.
bad. That
Throw
was
it
my
out there,
bad,
and if
and
we catch
and
it,
I
we
feel
see.
even more bad about it now because the seats were definitely empty. Like they definitely had
What?
3 seats. It was 2 people there was a seat in
Not
between
3,
me.
they had 3. So the whole Black Bougie Bras preaching Kevin P
Could have
could
been
have been
there.
front
Could have been
row.
there. Could have
Well,
been.
what I
But when
can
I bought my
say,
ticket, I told Erica, I was like, "Do you want me to?" She was like, "No, I'm just gonna look somewhere else."
No, because it was well after the fact.
It was a couple of
And I
days
said,
afterwards.
I, I'm gonna throw this out there. We need to start doing more things together, and that's
Mm-hmm.
not just homecoming initiatives or surrounding
wait a
homecoming.
minute. That's just nothing but shade, Brandon.
It's not shade at
But
all. At all.
Because we
No,
have
no,
honestly, though,
no,
Brandon,
invited,
no, no, no.
we have
that would be the
invited
perfect
Brandon.
scenario because Kevin lives in Greensboro and
Mhm.
we already going there. That
Well,
is
he said he coming to the
actually
100. He
I'm
said
gonna
he
say it
coming to.
again. I'm gonna still
actually.
stand 10 toes down on what I
Mhm,
said. I said what I said. Can we do something
mhm.
besides
But when have you
homecoming?
done? You talk about besides, but when
I'm
have
just
you done
saying.
it?
The last time I was there
He
in
act like
Green,
you been. You act
I
like you been
haven't been to
10
homecoming. I've
times.
never said I wanted to go until this year because y'all
This
said
whole
it's
episode is like
200.
we need family therapy. It's just
Yeah, it's
it's just
giving
You know what?
Braxton family
I'm a
values.
book us a New
What
York.
I'm
I'm gonna
saying
book us a
is,
New York
Okay.
trip.
can
I'm
we
gonna
do
book us a New
something
wait
York
a
trip.
minute.
together
Hold
outside
up
of
before
North Carolina?
I just want to give it to my girl Johnny's because she's keeping it funky tonight and it's all rolling out. Because Kevin is talking about a New York trip. You know, Kevin will sneak up to New York and, you know.
So all I'm saying is,
I didn't tell you that I was going.
Have y'all ever been to Taste of Chicago or something like that?
Hold on, Brent.
Can we just? That's all I'm saying.
Hold on, Brent.
No, Brandon.
I had to have a chitty chat with Kevin because I would find out Kevin's going to New York like the day before. Like
you found out though.
Wow.
But I'm a book a trip for all of us to go. How about that?
So the difference is, if it's something I'm really gonna get into, I know what I'm doing. I will tell the masses. Okay, I tell you in advance. You have enough notice. There's no foolery. But I had to accept that sometimes people want to do things differently. They may not want you in certain spaces and going to do certain things. So I no longer take offense to certain things.
I don't feel like there should be offense. I feel like you knew the last 2 times I went to New York because Denise went.
Well, we had to converse about it because I started chopping at your toe about why you would go to New York and not say nothing. We had our moment about it. We had our moment.
But I mean, you know, can we all go down each other's street about going places and not including other people? I don't know, but
yes, I believe that everybody is going to do what they want to do.
yeah,
Everybody's going to.
I'm gonna start just putting it in the group chat, just because. I'm gonna just start putting it in the group chat.
I mean, and everybody's going to do what they want to do, and that is fine. Like, I'm not saying I need to be invited to everything because I'm not, and it's okay because I have a million things. I have different groups of friends and stuff like that. Do I intermingle my friend groups? Yes, and I don't mind. Hell, I had Johnny's at one of my AKA events, and we had a time. You know, we were having a time, and so I will intermingle because I don't mind. I don't mind friends getting to know friends and stuff like that. Like, it's not a problem. But I do know that sometimes it's a tall order to do all that planning. To me, it's not even a big deal anymore. But you know, if I'm not there, it's more than fine. It's okay. It's okay. Yes.
So yes, in the next episode of being stood up or standing tall, stand in your mess. So
okay. Oh, Thick City Limits on IG said y'all coming to Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I don't mind.
Yeah,
I think Atlanta is actually on the podcast side of the house. Atlanta is one of our cities. So yes, Thick City Limits. We would. You have the DM
Thick City Limits.
We cannot see the one day when I could get IG comments up here. That would be fantastic. I have to put my IG on another device, but yeah, child, yeah.
Let me
Where
ask
do you
this
guys
question.
think we should go? Where should we go? Where should the Black Bougie Boss featuring Kevin be? Where should we go? What should be our first city?
I think DC and Greensboro are like the easiest hits because they're on the top of the list. Which is interesting is North Carolina's up there. North Carolina actually trumps out DC actually. And then what's weird is that we have a demographic in Florida. We have a heavy demographic in Florida.
Don't we have one in Charlotte too? I feel like I hate that we didn't get together in Charlotte before you were gone, Johnny's.
Yeah, we did for my 40th.
Oh yeah, that is right.
We did. That was like my last hurrah.
Brandon, wait a minute.
Brandon wasn't there. Brandon was. You know what? Speaking of Brandon, I'm not gonna beat up on Brandon. Let me ask you this question because this was your topic.
Yes. No, the reason why I can answer the question about why I didn't make the John Nietzsche thing, just because I was grieving. But go ahead.
No. The question, seriously, let's say you get in a situation where you have to bail on a commitment that you made to somebody. What is the best way that you bow out, or that you
Mm-hmm.
how would you like to be notified that somebody is going to, for
Just
lack
tell
of a
the
better word,
truth.
stand
Like I
you up?
said, I've
Mm-hmm.
always said this the whole time in this episode. You tell the truth. You say whatever it is, and a negative comment, a negative response is a response. Hey, I can't make it, and you don't just say, "Hey, I can't make it." You follow up and say, "Can I rain check it? Can we pick another day?"
But what if
Not
they
just
don't
I
want to
can't
rain
make
check it? What
if
if
they
they?
What
don't.
if?
But the option again, like Johnny told you, the option is there. I asked you if you
Mm-hmm,
wanted to rain check it. If you give me a
mm-hmm.
negative
Mm-hmm.
response, that is your response. You don't want to. Okay, no harm, no foul. But I did come to you and say, I can't make it. Is can we do this later, or can we pick another time? And so, and if you don't believe, if it is true that I am in a car accident or my tire is flat or whatever the situation may be at the time, if that is true and you don't believe me, that's on you.
Is there an acceptable time frame for this?
Absolutely, it should not be the day of, unless it is an emergency situation.
So
Right.
what if you get in a situation on the day of, like, what do you do if
I
you
mean,
are on the
if
day of
somebody
and something happens?
truly like I've had to stop and get air in a tire going to work. I was late, but I called and said,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, I will be late getting to work because I have to stop
But
and
you
get air."
still showed up.
Thank
Right.
you. Yes, I will be
Mm-hmm.
late. Or like
Right.
if you do have a situation, you just tell them, but you still show up. But like some
Mm-hmm.
instances, people know well in advance that they're just gaslighting you, or they're just
Yeah.
yeah. So that's my thing. Just be upfront
So
about it.
honesty is the best policy, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's family or friend or situationship, whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
Right. I agree with Brandon. I say honestly is the best policy. Like,
Hmm.
but also, do you think if like a lot of people don't show up just because they don't want to go? It may not even be a reason. Like do you want them to say, I didn't show up because guess what? I was tired. I worked all day and I just didn't feel like it anymore? But also, I don't think that's a good enough excuse. Like, if that's why you're not showing up for people, then I think you just need to suck it up and show up. Like,
I
just because you're
agree.
tired, this, that,
I
and the
agree.
other, like, I feel like you still should show up
If you're
for
not
people in
dead,
that
you should be
moment. Right.
there.
You should just show up. Like,
I mean,
Hmm.
okay, because like let's bring it on home. Tonight,
hmm
Janice and I are very tired. Janice may be tired from being a mom, teacher, wife. Today, I had a medical procedure and had anesthesia. Did I want to sign
right.
on to this podcast tonight at this time at 10
Right.
o'clock? Absolutely not.
I just
I
feel
was
like
very lethargic. You know what I mean?
I just
Right.
feel like this is a hot mess tonight.
And like,
hmm
no, I mean, again, honesty is the best policy. Like, I don't know,
hmm
why is it that people don't want to be told the truth, or why do we feel like we need to
hmm
walk on eggshells around people
Because
instead of
people don't
just
want to disappoint people.
Well,
That's
no,
all.
it is definitely not want to disappoint people, but a lot of times, depending on what the situation is people being selfish. Okay,
mm,
hmm
because you can be tired, been tired many times. I'm one of the
mhm,
people.
hmm
If anybody is tired, I can tell you I'm tired, but I'm not going to speak too
Yes.
much life into that. Okay,
Yeah.
because
mhm,
I got
Right.
3 million things going
things.
on.
Yes.
But if it's people that I love and something that I believe in, I'm gonna show up.
Mhm,
And when depending on what you say and how you say it, the a lot of the correspondence that I've received over the years, it is because it's come from a very selfish place. You
place.
know what I'm saying?
hmm
But then those same people want you to take care of things, be there, show up, do this,
Hmm.
do that. And the minute you show them the same energy that they showed you, you're the problem.
Mm,
They never see that mirror. They never see the reflection. And it's always what I want, what I need, what I want. So it's just I want it's perspective. You got to think about it. You got to
mhm,
watch people. But I'm just one of the people that show up. I definitely show up, and I've had to learn when I do make decisions on certain situations, depending on who it is. It's not. I don't think it's a good thing to do, which is to check your notes a lot because it comes with a lot of energy. But I feel like sometimes you do have to check your notes and be like, that person really looks out for themselves. They will tell
Hmm.
you no in the blink of an eye. They be damned if they try to make some plans with you. But when they pop up and say, well, let's do this, you got to sit back and say, now, how does that person usually go about business. You
Mhm.
know what? Don't even worry about it. Thank you for the invite, but I just cannot make it. And they should be okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they not, because they want you to do what they don't do.
Right.
Okay,
Mhm.
Show
so
up and then you
that's
don't show up.
pivotal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. And
Hey
like,
TK
and I honestly
Finest.
believe for people that you value and love, you're gonna do that. You in your tired,
Mm-hmm.
in your situation, you're gonna push
Right.
through to show up. And I think that's what we have done as a collective at some point in time for each other. So
Oh yeah. Listen, when you
mhm,
show up for your friends and your family, it is not a problem.
that's right.
It's the
Yeah.
people you believe in, and
Yeah.
you want the best for
Right.
them. And
Right.
it's no stress, because I mean, half the time I'm not even thinking about it. But I will
Right.
say, you do have to be selfless, because sometimes you will realize that your battery is low. If
Mhm.
you
Mm-hmm.
give a tremendous amount, especially me being in sororities and stuff like that, you give, do. And sometimes people will just show you. They'll show you. I want you to keep running and doing and doing and doing and doing. But then when you say, look, I gotta look out for me, then people get mad.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then,
So
Mari said, would you want someone to show up at 25% or close to 100% charged up? I would say come at your 25. If you come around me at 5%, trust and believe by the time we get high, do all the things, you're going to be at 100 and you're going to be happy you came out, because
Absolutely.
we're going to make sure we have a good time. So come at your 25%. But I'm gonna tell you, we got that natural charge, honey, and we gonna raise that thing up to a
Sometimes your
hundred. You know,
presence says a lot.
right?
It's just
yeah.
being there. See,
It's just
Yeah,
in getting there too.
yeah,
Sometimes you
getting
be
there.
like, even getting on here, and sometimes we be tired. Once we hit record, it's like, oh boom, all right, we on here.
right.
You get to laughing and you doing a thing. And it's believing in the brand too. But sometimes you be tired until you get there. Have y'all ever been like, oh, I don't feel like
Huh,
going to this thing,
And
and then
right.
when you
Mhm.
get there, you're like, yo, I'm
turn
so
up.
glad I made it.
That's
Right.
I'm
that's almost
so
every
glad
time.
Mhm.
Look, I do feel like
in
glad
this
I made it.
in this age at 41,
yeah,
honey,
you do get tired quick,
shoot,
don't you?
quit,
Yeah.
You
quit.
do. You need to be 12 shot. I know I need to run me one tomorrow before I do anything.
Right.
I need to be 12 shot. Yeah.
let me
So I'm good.
let me ask another question. Sorry, but for Brandon, for the you said for the people that you or somebody said for the people that you love and care about,
Mhm.
you
You push
you
through.
want yeah, you push through. But
Mm-hmm.
Or the words
what
carrying
about
you soldier up. You know what I mean? So
so for the same question for and I'm not actively dating like that, but for the people who are
Mm-hmm.
dating, let's say it's somebody that you don't know or that you don't necessarily love or care about yet because you don't
Mm-hmm.
know them that well, is
Right.
there a path forward from a stood up moment or not showing up in a particular moment or is there a way to move forward from that or
Mm-hmm.
is that the deal breaker?
I would say I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
When situations like that happen, it's a crossroad for me. It could go either way. I'm not a proponent of being stood up or having conversation move slowly or you know what I mean. I don't like stuff like that.
But also, you would think it would be easier. Like, for instance, like if you just met someone or somebody that I don't love, I don't really, I mean, I care for a lot of people. I wouldn't say I wouldn't care for, but I don't love, they're not a close person to me or a close relative, a close friend. It's easier for me to just to be honest with them up front and be like, no, I don't, the
Right.
commitment is not as strong. So I feel like you should just be straight up with them at first. And then you don't
Hmm.
have to worry about then coming back and standing somebody up. Like, it should be easy for you to tell those people, well, now I don't feel like doing it today,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
just be honest in that way. So then you don't have to stand anyone up. Like, just be honest,
And say
you know?
I'm not feeling you like that, so the energy isn't
Right,
there for me to push through. You know, like
right,
I see
right.
you
I,
more as a platonic friend than a love interest.
I
How do
hate
you
to.
say that? I mean, it rolls off
I
your
like
tongue
that.
so good now, Brandon, but how do you say
You don't
I'm
hurt
just not
people's
into you
feelings.
like that? How do
You have
you
to say
say
let's work on being friends, and then they will tell you at that juncture, Because I've had to tell somebody at that juncture when they said, let's work on being friends, I am not interested in a friendship. So I don't see us going any further.
Right.
That's it.
I just want to shout out my
Hmm.
friend Christina on Instagram. She said, "I called you earlier, Erica. Hi, y'all. Yes, Christina, I got your call, but I was trying to get ready for this. Uh,
Is that the Christina that was supposed to join us on a
you know what, Christina, you joined late, and it's been nothing but shade tonight. And you know, I'm just not shocked. I'm just not even shocked, baby, that you just got thrown under the big yellow bus, baby. The big yellow. Yes, Christina was supposed to be coming on here, but you know, I still gotta talk to
We
Christina
feel stood
about.
up, tell her we feel stood up.
She said
I'm not saying
she
anything.
like, wait a minute. She over there. She probably like this. She probably.
Maurice said, can a makeup make you forget a
Make you
stood up
forget us.
moment?"
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, that's the only way.
You
Like,
right?
why not? Like, you better come in
If
with your big
I only
with your
say
big
if it
ideas.
happens.
Oh,
If it
I didn't know
happens.
what you was about to say.
She was about to say
Big
big
ideas.
energy.
No. I'm just saying if it had, because I've heard people, I have been upset and disappointed by people and
Hmm.
expressed it to them, and
Hmm.
they've been like, I'm gonna make it up, but that's just words. Like they said
Right.
that, but I have, after that
Right.
conversation, I ain't seen nothing.
Right.
So
So Christina said, Erica and I see that very different. No,
Uh-oh.
no. Christina, we had a whole thing about you coming on this show, but you know we ain't gonna talk about it on. We're not gonna continue to air out family laundry like this.
Right.
We've been airing
Tell her,
out family
just tell her,
laundry all night.
tell her just come on the show and we'll talk it. We'll hash it out.
She's not gonna do it. She's not. She's reneged all the way. But to answer Maurice's question, Maurice, I've had to grow to be a person who believes in making up. I've grown a little bit and accepted a little tiny space for makeup. And if you're given that little tiny space and you make it pop, then okay.
So
I've
then,
done better.
so I've been a person who I guess I didn't stand somebody up, but they felt like I had done them wrong. I took them flowers and cards and everything, and I still feel like that wasn't valued or appreciated. So after I do that, after I try to make it up, and you still give me your ass,
Well, what did you do?
he said he gave them flowers. He said that's what.
No, that's
This is
not
what
what
I
I
do.
asked.
So the situation kind of went like this. I was in the club, and I guess I must have hugged their friend from the back
Mm.
inappropriately. And I was told, well, that's the way you hug me. And I was like, nah, when we hugging, it's just me and you. It's a different kind of energy. This was you
Did
know,
But
you
no,
did you
Mark, you
did
you
you
got
did
me with
you
the hug from the back though. I don't know. I
you
don't
don't
know
know
about
about that.
that. That yeah, I'm gonna need more than just flowers.
I don't know about
Uh-oh.
that.
I'm gonna need you to get the whole back. Can we rewind the time? Because if we can't get that back, then I don't know.
So
What you
then,
hugging the
hey,
person from the back for, Brandon?
so they were holding their phone like this. So I really thought they was taking a picture. So I was just trying to
Hmm.
get in the picture with them. They was using the phone as a mirror. So
but Brandon, if you didn't feel guilty, why did you go get
I didn't feel
flowers?
guilty. I just was trying
Cause he
to
knew
appease
it looked
the
what it
situation.
looked like. Like that looked crazy. Come on now, that
Well,
looked
I gotta, as a woman,
crazy.
I have to
Hold
ask:
on, but we won't. Hold on. Let's be clear.
did
We
you
weren't in
pull
a
up to the
relationship.
bumper
We
in
were
the
still
picture? Were you on the
talking.
bumper? Were you on the bumper?
That's what she had
Were you?
said. That
Okay.
Hmm.
my private parts were on her friend's private. And I was just like, you reaching now. Like I wasn't even thinking like that. Like what?
Let me tell you. So
Oh
I was
my
talking to
goodness.
someone recently about a photo that I took, and it was me and my friend. He was behind me, and
Hmm.
it was just my DMs were a mess off of
Right,
that
but then
picture. It
like
was just me and a friend, but he
right, but then
was
was
like behind
but was
me.
the energy like that
Hmm.
though? Was it that kind of energy?
No, we were cool.
But it
Thank
don't
you.
matter. But that don't matter when you have somebody you dealing with there. It could be a significant other. It better not be significant other because you might as well whatever. But if somebody that you're in a relationship talking to, like those options just ain't opting. Like you, I don't know. I'm just being real. Like that's not okay. I'm just saying. So I can understand why the person was upset, Brandon, because as a female, I would be upset too if I saw you standing behind my friend and it appeared as if you were too close for
And it was
comfort.
you was on the bumper. So for
Right.
those of y'all in relationships, can your and hey Allison, I see you on Instagram, baby. And even Christina, because she's still over there sounding off. Um,
She gonna get you
put
later.
in the comments if your significant other can take pictures with somebody, either with the other person on the bumper, like they up against your back,
Is
or
that really even a question?
and the only reason I say this is because I'm an angles person, so I was just
I
like
mean, because
this,
Mm-mm.
my thing
and
is, if it's not any intent behind it, it's no. To me, it was no intent. But
That's
I don't
fair.
want to see it.
That's
And
I
it
don't
fair.
want to
depends on and
see
it
it.
depends on if you've been drinking, if you was extra touchy, if you was extra, 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 extra. You know what I'm saying?
we
Okay,
have been
and
drinking.
I get all that, but at the end of the day, it's still gonna be addressed. Like it's still gonna
Right.
be a
So then,
conversation to be had about that.
talk
Hmm.
about it, and you let the person know, hey, it wasn't that kind of party. Like you kind of
Right,
you going too far with it. Like,
right.
and you still want to keep going on and on about it after I've
Hmm.
apologized, I've took the flowers. Like I can't.
You know, that's just womening. I just been
Okay.
the word. I mean, that's what we do. You know, and I'm just be
I
honest.
can't
You know,
confirm nor deny if that's me.
Territorial is
yeah,
what you're
we
saying.
are. That's
Women
right.
are territorial, and I am learning
Hmm.
that I am not very nice when I want what I want
Hmm.
and when I like
Oh,
what I
Yeah.
like.
It's nothing wrong with that. Men are territorial too. So
Yes, they are,
absolutely.
and they still whores while being territorial. I can't understand the man.
I can't co-sign on them being whores,
It's
but
okay. It's
Oh,
men
okay,
are
baby.
also territorial. Not all men are whores, for the record.
that's the
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Ah,
we did have like that awkward silence going on.
we all looking like,
Do you feel like you've gotten everything that you needed to say out about being stood up or standing someone up?
oh, you mean Brandon?
Yeah,
Listen,
Brennan.
this, yes.
Yeah, I said what I had to say.
Brandon is going to
Brandon,
shift
like
this
he got
episode to
some
somebody.
more.
Yes,
He
he
got
does.
some more
Brandon
to
said
Get it
say.
Brandon
all
gonna wake.
out. Get it
He gonna
all
wake up
out.
tonight and be like,
No,
and another thing.
no,
He
I
gonna
mean
be like,
really,
and
like to clear the room, this really wasn't about me, but we can make it about me. But this episode was not about me, and so I would just leave it at that. So, and God
uh,
bless you and your ministry, okay? So
Christina is on the right page. Christina said, "Not all men are whores, but a lot of them are whorish." Christina, that almost fell out my mouth. That's why we sisters. Okay, we sisters in Christ, sorority sisters, all the above, because that is exactly what I was about to say. But God is gonna work with us on that feeling. Because if we're gonna be somebody's wife, we gotta
your
work
husband.
through. We gotta work through that because
Hmm.
you don't want to go into a marriage. We might have to bring my friend Ashley back. Pastor Ashley, and talk to him about deleting certain ideologies and state of minds in order to progress in the world.
Hmm.
Because in my mind, even the best of men who are single and all that, they got a little hoe in them. But I got to work on that for me. I got to work on that. Me, Erica, has to work on that. So, Christina, we might have to pull you up on that one. We'll talk, even since you don't want to talk about what I really want to talk
But
about.
you know
My
what
God.
though? It's okay to have that. It's okay to have that in you, but that energy has to stay within that relationship. Like, that energy has to stay within that relationship with the two people. It's okay to have those tendencies, but keep it in your relationship. That's where you had the most fun. You see what I'm saying?
You
Keep
better
it
preach on
within your
it.
Maybe,
Preach
relationship.
on it,
so are
Johnny.
you
Right.
so then are you saying that people that step out aren't having fun in their relationship?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
What I'm
I'm just
saying is
I'm just asking.
These are like 3 different episodes we pitching at the same time.
the energy that you give to others trying to be
Uh-huh.
Oh,
out there in those streets is the
Uh-huh.
same energy you need to put into your relationship.
Relationship. Okay.
And then that will thrive. That's where you're gonna see get the most rewards from. You taking all that whole energy out in the streets. Why? Them people can't do nothing
you could
for
be a
you.
little hoochie for
You
your
just need to be
boo.
one at the house. Right.
You and as long as y'all both hoochie for each other,
Right.
and that's
Keep
beautiful.
that energy at the house.
Thank you, Johnny's. I believe in it. Become and y'all. I was about to speak on somebody else's relationship, but yeah, you can just be different people for your person, I guess.
Right.
This is the last question because two people asked for this episode to be 45 minutes, and they are the ones cooking on here tonight. Okay,
Let us cook.
cooking. I
Let
would
us
never
cook.
stop y'all. I would never stop y'all. But Maurice said he been asking real good questions. Some of these questions I ain't even say nothing about because he says, "Have someone said no to your
Oh,
event?" But you see videos or pics of them at another event on the same day as yours. Yes, Maurice, many times that has happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's life. That's life. It happens.
That's
I am
shady.
not. I'm not very nice when that happens. When
Right.
you do you listen? When we used to always have like Christmas events here at the house, that was a big deal, right? And if I clocked that somebody was tripping throughout the year, they were not getting an invitation to the Christmas party. And that would always be a big, huge fight every time.
well,
Why
Erica,
didn't
I
I get an
thank
invite?
you because guess what? I always came when I was invited.
If
Well,
I
damn, I
listen,
wasn't invited. I don't feel like I was invited. So
whatever, Kevin. Anywho,
uh,
anywho.
I can
But
tell you this as somebody who attends several events, just don't post the shit. I will just go to multiple events and I just don't post
Right.
anything. So,
and
That's how you
but
get
sometimes you
it's
away.
can't.
That's how you get away with it, Kevin.
it's competitive out here.
You know
Everybody
what?
just,
You know what? Kevin, I just want to say this.
Oh Lord.
See, this is how I know me and Johnny's in two different worlds of his mind. Because Kevin would have came for me. Because Johnny's is baby butter on hot toast. She is cooking you tonight, cooking, and all you're saying is, because yeah. And I'm like, did you not catch the damn shade? T?
No bars.
Kevin telling us all his secrets, Kevin. Ooh.
I'm telling the
So now
audience. I'm telling
he ain't gonna post
if you're
nothing no
someone
more.
who's invited to a lot of things, go to them all. Just do not post anything. Go to them all. Because I value the invitations, especially if I love everybody. I want to go to everything, but you just don't post anything. That's all. You know. And just come a little late, come a little early to one thing, and come a little late to something else. That's
Yeah,
all you
but at
got to
least you
do.
showed up.
Right.
Because I show up for people. So
You do. You do.
This is a mess. Is that her? Christina said, "Listen, if I say no to an event, I'm not even hopping. I'm probably just home sleep." You know what, Christina, girl, I'm gonna have to call you tomorrow. Midday. It'll be midday. Yeah, I'm gonna call you midday tomorrow. You off the chain, okay? But hi, Storm.
I'm jealous of Christina. I wish I would be at home sleep.
You could be home sleep. And Storm is up here snoring with her eyes open, child.
Right.
That's what I love about them little dogs. They be just eyes wide open, baby. And Tucker, he's starting to snore real bad too. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm watching him. But I hope that y'all had a fun night. I wish I would have
This was
renamed this
fun.
episode something else. Call it Cooking with the Black Bougie Bros. Appreciate Kevin because tonight was damn searing. Okay,
Yes, I was roasted a
searing.
couple of times.
Yeah, you got cooked a few times.
Hold
Mhm.
on, he did? By who?
Hey, Miss Thing. Yeah,
Johnny.
Johnny's was cooking him.
I did not cook. I
He,
did not
yes,
cook,
and you did
Kevin.
it so smooth that Kevin was just like, it was just, I mean, just, but if it were me, he'd be like, what you trying to say? Yeah. It would have been on and popping.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
on and popping.
Erica cooked me every day. Every
No,
day.
no, I do not.
So
No, I do not. You know, I say nothing about them toes, but it had the nerve to show up tonight.
see, she had to bring them up. You hear? She had to bring them up.
I didn't bring up that toe tonight. It brung itself up. I don't understand.
She said, bring yourself up. Ooh.
All right. Well, thank y'all. You have a good night too, Christina. I'm gonna call you midday tomorrow. It's probably gonna be like around 1 or 2
And
or
I do want to
3.
say shout out to Jamaica. Prayers and everything go to the people of Jamaica. That's why I have my Jamaica hat on
Oh
today.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
Shout
I
absolutely.
out
just
to
want to say
Jamaica.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the resort we were just in with my line sisters back in June is
Mm-hmm.
destroyed. It is
Yes.
in the grill. So
Mm-hmm.
Royalton the grill was towed up, and just to see the footage parallel with the footage that we have when we were there.
Yes. And that's the
Uh,
same one we went to last
yep,
summer,
yep,
Erica. So
yep.
yep.
It's
Mm-hmm.
a mess, but the Jamaican people are strong. Okay, I saw videos of them playing in the water, and you can't break their spirit. They're just so
Right.
happy,
Right.
God fearing. They just live life, which I think is beautiful. So shout out to Jamaica. But I hope
Mm-hmm.
y'all had a good time with us tonight. IG, you know, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it together. IG, I just put them on another device. But I hope y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.